Good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to work on something that I've been looking forward to, but also kind of dreading because I don't know. It actually seems it might be kind of quick. So I unboxed this the other day, or just opened it when I had a haul. It's the Griffin Carriage Slimline Easel card dies that finally came in. I think some of you guys told me that yours was canceled, or I don't know what they're doing, and I'm sorry. But if any of them are still available, or any of the other things I would be using, I'll have links in the description box, which would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So thank you for using those if you would like. So yeah, you know, when I kind of looked at it whenever we unboxed it, you know, you have your base card layer, which is this outer one. And then it also has like a shadow topper layer, this one right here, that's outlining the whole carriage. And then you have the carriage itself that also cuts itself out. A little wheel. Oh, that's cute. I didn't, maybe I noticed it today right now. That surprised me. The little tag, which is really nice for any card. The little lights, how cute. So Miranda has a little carriage that she never wants to drive. We got it for her, I think, three Christmases ago, now that I think about it. Because last Christmas... Was it? Yeah, or was it two? Anyway, who cares? I had to buy a new battery for it because it like totally died because we don't charge it enough, and it was a whole thing. I even made a video for it, but then I was like, well, that doesn't really fit this channel. I don't know. But some people might be interested because it was a whole to-do. I had to buy a battery that had to do with some other kind of cart, and then it was fun finding those kind of things out. But anyway, and it has little lights like that on each corner. Super cute. But hers are like up here. Little Cinderella cart. And then whatever this is. Okay, it's his little bag. His saddle bag. That is really cute. Little saddle bag. Okay, I like the word saddlebags. I don't know. It just makes me laugh. Let's see. So, well, I guess all I have to do at this point is get out some papers, but this is kind of what I wanted to show you. You will need to use like larger plates or a larger machine, or run it through twice with the regular plates. And I've already talked to you guys about that. So this is the Griffin regular plates. I do not know if this fits in. Oh, ooh, okay. I put it in the Gemini Junior. It goes in, but it feels like it wants to give. I don't know. I think it's just a little bit too big. Let's see what that's about. I'm going to measure the edge of the die because that's what you need to know. It is just about 6.5 inches. So, that's probably why it's like right at the max. Anyway, so if you don't have larger plates, let me see. I mean, it barely doesn't fit on here. They could have made it a little bit smaller, couldn't they have? I think they could have, so that people can just use it. I mean, it is barely not fitting. So, with something like this, I would just put your paper, put your die, of course, taped on pretty well. Go ahead and run it through, you know, with all your layers. And then when it comes out, just you can either turn it or just move it down, but basically in the next pass you just want to catch what you didn't cut the first time. So again, with all your plates and everything, just that little bit and move it the other way. Or if you want to do a little bit more, you can do half and half, or however, or do it this way. Whatever you want to do in the Empress if you don't have the larger plates. You just have to be careful so it doesn't shift on you, especially if you're going to do the rubber embossing. But you know what, if this barely missed it, then this probably fits pretty good. Let's see. Let's see about all this. And I'm not sure why I'm telling you all this because, like I said, if it's sold out, then you already have it. But it's nice and helpful. Yeah, I mean, this will fit on there. So, why can't they just make it a little smaller? A little smaller. Help us out here. All right. So there's that. So let me grab some papers and we'll get started. Okay, this is so funny. I was like, okay, I want to make it gold, like, but I don't know if I want to make it all gold. And I'm looking for examples. I mean, it would be cute if the whole thing was gold, but you have these accent pieces, kind of more like this one. But then this one's all gold. But they use like brown kind of paper, maybe craft card. It looks kind of a weird brown. But I went to see about some Griffin papers that I always have sitting here on this bookshelf. And I thought, you know what, because I wanted pink too, but I thought, you know what, let's do something else, because I always do pink or purples, and there was plenty of pink and purple paper in there, so I grabbed this one. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. And I saw on the back it's nice and blue. I'm like, oh, cool. And literally all I did was look down because I haven't put away some tonic papers I got the other day. And I was like, oh, that's such a pretty blue. And look at that. I think it matches pretty good. So I'm going to use this classic card in denim blue. Ooh, sorry. To cut the carriage part. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm going to cut this guy. Now this is the part where you kind of think about it a little bit, because if you have double-sided paper, then you want to think about it. If you don't, then it doesn't matter. But see this pink, how it comes back here? It's from here, and then this flips up and back. You don't really see a lot of this part that flips up and back, so whatever. So, you know, choose whatever it is that you want to choose, I would say. For me, I think I want... Let me think. I don't know if you can see the little bit of pink that's sticking out right there. It's not the biggest deal. And I want quite a bit of... Let me see this pattern paper that was underneath, and this pops up this way. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay, so we're going to do this, and I'm going to cut it on this side of the paper, just so it doesn't get all on the rough cut side. So this is the side I want to be showing on the base of the card. So I'll trim this down a little bit so my paper's smaller. And then when that comes out, because that's all, we're not going to emboss that or anything, or at least I'm not going to. It would just make an edge if you want. And then when that comes out, I'm going to cut this part on this side. Okay, because I want the little flowers to show from behind the carriage. So, cut this out on this side, this extra paper. I'm going to, almost, can we be more frugal about it? Ah, nah, too bad. So on this side, I'll cut from this side. And then I'm going to cut a whole carriage, this whole thing, from this blue paper. Now on this one, I am going to cut it, and then I'm going to rubber emboss it. Again, whatever your system does for embossing, because I really want the embossing to come through. Sometimes your system is tight enough, the pressure is good enough that it'll emboss it in the first pass. But I have a feeling I'm probably going to rubber emboss this one too. So again, just tape it down, especially because you're going to do the rubber embossing. You want to make sure this doesn't shift too much, so I'll probably put more tape in this. I'm just grabbing the scrap tapes that I keep. Whenever I take tape off of a project, I just stick them on my table here, and I use them the next time. And we're going to do something with the gold. I did grab some gold pieces that I have, but basically just the accents, like the wheels, maybe that saddle. No, not the saddlebag, because he's going to be gold anyway. I'll be back. Let me cut these basic things. I just want to check in with you guys. Whenever I do something like this very easily, like see I put plenty of tape, I should have put more up here. Let whatever falls out, let it fall out. And this should be cleaned off from the last time I used this to emboss, but that's okay. So I'm using the tangerine. But, you know, I hardly ever fire up my electric machines anymore. It's either the tangerine or the marquee, just depending on the size of the project. So, all right, I'll run this through and I'll be right back. For now, let's put these other things aside because those are little accent pieces we're going to use in a little bit. I probably should have taken this out, but I did not. So let's see what we got here. Where's the tape? Tape right here. Again, even this little piece of tape, I'll save it for later. Save it for later. It always reminds me of Natural Leave It when he tells save me some of that corn for later. Alright, let's see here. My sons and my kids and even my brothers, or at least one of my older brothers, loves to quote Nacho Libre. Alright. You see? So this is textured cardstock, and so the texture of it, you know, is a little different. So it already has like some texture to it. There we go. And then, like I said, I cut this one on this side. Oh, that's pretty already. And then this one is gonna be the card base. Okay, I'm making a mess of things over here. So I'm gonna move some of this stuff out of the way. And this guy, okay, so this is our card base. Again, this is where the die went into it like this. Sorry, I have my coffee here, casting a shadow. Apparently I spilled some because there's some on there. Alright, so we're just gonna fold this forward. And this part also forward. Because that is basically where this is going to stick. Is that it? Huh. That's interesting. She usually has like a whole thing, so I'm wondering maybe I should... No, that wouldn't work. Yeah, that is weird. Yep. Yeah, so there's no real like background, and I didn't even realize there were instructions on this because to me it's like pretty straightforward. But yeah, there's instructions here, so let's look at them. Well, we pretty much did that. I didn't cut the embellishments, but we cut the card base, the shadow layer, the die cut on the topper, So you fold it down again, and then you add, I always do my scores because I know this is going to bend. If I had added this first and then bent it. Something doesn't sound right. Either way. All right, so I'm going to put a wet glue because that's what I like to use. Again, if you wanted the flowers to be facing up, whatever you want to be on this bottom part should be facing you when you go to cut it. And, okay, so we're supposed to eyeball this baby somewhere here. So I'm going to look at what I'm doing and see where we're at. That looks really not great. Kind of weird. Okay. Over here, because like it's still sticking out, and I feel like I should cover that, but this part here. But that's just how it is. You see this little pokey? I guess no one's really going to notice it because it blends in with this paper, but very interesting. I'm just trying to see how far low. Yep, she has it just right about here. Okay, I'm going to let that set up before we manipulate that anymore. And I guess we are just going to stick this down and then add in our pieces on top because there's nothing much else to do unless you want to work on that before you stick it down. That's what I'm kind of debating. I know she says just to apply the foam adhesive on step 4 and then add on your cute stuff. So maybe that's what we'll do. But I'm going to let this set up just so I can not be afraid that it's going to come away. I'll be back while that's drying, and I'll leave something on it like this. That's just the base pieces. Oh, I'm going to fall off my chair for some reason. Okay. Let's put that back on there for now. This is cute. I wonder what that means for like the Santa's sleigh one, because that one's a little more involved, I think. I think this one is sweet, and I think it's quite easy to work with and, you know, dress up. But the other one, I have my reservations. We'll see. I really want to do a good job with that one. So we need 2 of these. And then the horse itself, I also want him to be gold. So what I was going to do, and it's kind of weird. I mean, it's not like the cleanest look, but I don't know if you can see, they kind of cut it right there for it to work out. And this one's a little bit better, but again, you have to cut it yourself to cut it away from the stuff to make that work. And then, yeah, the card base, like I said, is kind of jutting out in the back right here. So that's just how it is. Okay, so I want the full horse, and then pop whatever these things are out. Whenever you go to use your die, make sure there aren't any papers still sitting there because it can make it so that it's hard to cut. And I only want the horse, so I'll only run this through like this. And I want his embossing and all that, and all these things. Like the little wheels has a little heart. So how am I gonna do this? Hold on, he's gonna be gold. I don't need that. Maybe we'll do gold lights. Is there only one? Like on this one, yeah, it looks like there's only one. They used it there. She didn't use it here. They used it there. Okay, so I'll cut out one of these guys. So at the same time, I'll try to keep this together, passing it through, embossing it, and then embossing one more, cutting and embossing one more of the little wheel. Alright, I need some more of this. Okay, I'll run that through while that card is setting up. Again, with the rubber embossing. If you're going to do this in the marquee just because you don't want to use your machine, even though you need a larger machine for the base, just run it through with your foam or however it is that you want to do it to get that embossing all at once. Okay. I'll be back. So I cut these first 3 things out with the tangerine and then ran it through with the embossing capability. And this one I just ran through the marquee with foam, and they're basically the same. Very good. Love that. And the reason I did that because I didn't want to run this whole thing through the machine. Actually, if we cut this in a color we would like, that would give us some more dimension behind the little wheel, you know. So there's that. One more thing before we put everything together. I think I'm going to cut this little guy out, and I'm probably going to cut him from, also from blue paper that I have some left here. Actually, I could probably get it from this little scrap if I want to be really frugal about it. So let me cut this off. I will stick that down just a little bit since it might move on me. And I will run it through with that same piece of foam I just used. And I will be right back. Okay, let's put this away. So the next bit is going to be just putting lots of dimensional adhesive down. Let me get this out of here. Aw, that is really sweet. Okay. So let's look at this. Again, you can stick this guy down and then put things on. I don't know that if I'm gonna pop these up away or just stick them down. I know they do look nicer a little bit up. I don't know. Fine, everything here is gonna be up a little bit. So again, we have to cut these bits off, and that's a little bit scary. So I like things to look nice and smooth, but you know, what are you gonna do? Actually, let me just fussy cut that piece away real quick. It's because it doesn't have the same push down, you know. I'm trying to follow that little ridge. Not bad. And then, yeah, that's just the bummer part of that. Because basically we have to leave all this, and this isn't gold anymore, but there's gold here. If anything, you should cut all the way to here, but then that looks funky down here, so oh well, I'm going to do what they did in the picture. But let's just go somewhere like that. Try to make it as smooth as I could. Okay. And yeah, so I'm going to put a ton of dimensional adhesive on the back of this. I think I'm going to use one of my rolls, which I have found on Craft Stash for a pretty good price in my opinion. I think it's 6 rolls for like $8 or $9. So that's not bad at all, because people ask me about this roll stuff. So I'll have the link for that. So I'm gonna really put this down wherever I want. That makes sense to put like quite a bit. And then when I need to do like detail work, I'll bring out that. Ooh, did I poke myself? Yes, I did. The Anna Griffin set. This set. So unfortunately, they don't have this right now on HSN. I haven't checked Anna's site itself, but I hardly ever shop her site by itself. But this thing has tiny, tiny, tiny bits. So I'm just going to put in wherever I need to put in, including on the back of these guys. Just have it all ready when we come back, okay? I'll be back. Okay, guys, sorry I have quite a mess here. All these little papers and things. I think I'm going to stick the horse down straight away, so I probably should have done it before I did all this, but that's okay. Because he has that little saddle bag, and I'm just going to put him down, but I'm going to put the horse down. That doesn't sound good, huh? Let's see here. I'm just eyeballing kind of where I am centered on this part before I really squeeze anything. And then coming over here. It's not too bad. I didn't put adhesives all over everywhere. I mean, I made it kind of easy for myself, but like on the wheels, I only put in this circular area. Same thing with this one. But these little guys are so tiny, I can probably put some more out here. I just don't feel like it. So let's move on. Let's put that guy right there. Cute. And then I'm going to dig through, you know, my different sentiments and flowers and stuff, or we'll see how it looks by itself. I was thinking, oh, I should have made a Christmas carriage. It'd be all gold and cute, or just like a color in maybe red or something that's very Christmassy. And then all the Christmas flowers that I have. Actually, I'm still waiting, I think, on some of the Christmas flowers that I ordered from HSN, the stickers, but hopefully they'll still be on their way. I actually got an email, I think it was on about the Santa sleigh, and it said, oh, we made a mistake, and I'm like, so I thought they were going to cancel it, but no, they were just saying that, oh, they initially said it was going to be this date, but they actually meant, you know, it's like, no, I have a feeling it wasn't that they planned it from the beginning that it was going to be a different date. But anyway, I'm going to hold that down, and then I'll pop this on here. I'm going to go turn on the TV because I feel like it's kind of loud. And then Miranda woke up, so I got to kind of wrap this up, guys. So let's put this on here. This is actually kind of a quick card. If I knew what I wanted to do, I would have put a lot of these pieces on the tangerine at once, and it would have just, I mean, I kind of knew what I wanted to do, but I wanted to talk about the steps here. And then that goes there, because there's a little light there that kind of, look at that. That's actually really pretty. But I'll be right back. Okay, so I grabbed this pack, because I was like, oh, maybe hydrangea and rose stickers that I just picked up recently, but, I mean, some of them are really big, but maybe some might work. We'll see. So I'm gonna dig through that. And then I have this 12 pack, and I thought, oh, isn't that of the period, kind of? I don't even know, but it seems like this would be good. We do need something to keep the thing up, too, so, you know, in the examples are showing how you can use, oh, look at Happy Birthday to You in blue. Sending love and hugs, like that would work. Sending support and love, that's kind of weird for this one. Get well soon will work for it too. Best wishes. Oh, that's lovely. Look how pretty that is with this. Huh. This is the thing that's tough for me, because like I said, unless I know that I'm going to send a card to a certain person, or like I need it to be, excuse me, to be for a certain occasion. This is hard for me to choose. Oh, this is interesting. That's very blue. A lot of blue. We put this with some flowers. That one's very kind of big, but that's okay. Huh. Alright. Let me pick through the flowers, and even some of these things, I mean, it has like these other little, I don't know about that, but like if you laid things down before that. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so after a lot of hemming and hawing, is that what they say? Hemming and something. This one's flat. I thought that was kind of weird. I don't know if it came off of another one, because there's not really any that are just flat. These are all like double layer. But anyway, I think I'm gonna do something like this. We'll play with this in just a minute. Look how cute. I think that looks really pretty, and actually maybe I should just go with the roses, but well, maybe I still could. So these are stickers. I'm gonna use it as a sticker. Sometimes I just put glue myself or however, but I think this will be fine. Just putting that down in there. I mean, it'll probably want to stick back there, but it's not going to be close enough to that area to stick down. Okay, so this is the part. I mean, she has a ton of things, and she piles it up so that way that's what's helping keep this kind of up, but it's kind of a weird thing. Something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Ugh, I'm going to take the backs off of these and pretty much stick them down where you saw me stick them down, because I know it might be a little like there. Okay, that's fine, I guess. I'm going to have to commit. And then this guy. Oh, we have a little leaf in there maybe. And this guy's going to be flat also. And then this guy's going to be kind of piled in here, I think. Actually, I guess we'll do this together. And I didn't turn the TV down, but that's okay. You know, every once in a while there's commercials where like somebody will yell and it just sounds way louder, which is kind of annoying. Let's see here. Again, because we have this guy stepping on the flowers, but I guess that's how it was meant to be. Because that's how some of the images are. I'm thinking about popping that up on some dimensional adhesive. You know, because that's already dimensional too. Actually, what I can do is just put a soft dimensional. I was going to get my 3D glue gel, but we can do this and then just pop like a pop dot. Oopsie. I'm going to tuck it in like this. This part needs like a little extra help. I'm not going to push it down quite yet because I don't know where I want this. Yeah, okay. So let's stick that. Give it that little extra fluff it needs. And then, oh, that's cute. But go in there. And I guess I don't need dimensional adhesive. I'll just use this guy's. But that is also a sticker. You can just take that off. I just want to see about where I'm going to put it. Yeah, and that's basically it's held open just because of the stuff that's here, which is kind of random, but, you know, what are you going to do? Alright. But you do have that die that's kind of like the die that makes like a label. You can use that and just put a sentiment on it, maybe a stamp sentiment or whatever. You don't have to do like what I'm doing. And that's it. And that's it. It was quick. It was quick. The cutting was pretty quick. It's just making your selections if you're going to use like the flowers and stuff, and then what colors you want to use, you know. But I'm happy with that. That's really cute. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you have yours, let me know. Let me know what you think of it and what you've been doing with it. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.